You are listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast with Mark Alden Taylor.
Coming away from the concert where we filmed him recently, Iggy Pop muttered, "Who's the godfather of punk?" and then drew 3 arrows in the condensation on the coach window, all pointing at himself. Well, is the appellation deserved? In the spare wilderness of early 70s rock, when music became what is best described perhaps by John Cale of the Velvet Underground as, quote, merely the extensions of the corporations which own the music. In that period it was John Cale and his protégés, the New York Dolls and Iggy Pop who kept alive the tradition of high-energy music. For them, only them, rock would still go, eh. Well, in 74-75, Iggy's third album, Raw Power, inspired many of our now new bands. But first talks of his supporters.
They stuck with me when I was screwing up, when I was a jerk, you know, when I couldn't put out consistent product, when I couldn't talk 3 words in a row without falling down, when I wasn't doing good shows. They stuck with me, and some personal friends did too, especially David Bowie, and my mother and father, yeah, things like that, you know. The only reason I'm doing this is to get my face on more screens, to get my name in more papers and more print, and to expand my fame.
But you are aware it's going to be problems for you, isn't it, later?
And also to increase my financial power. But on the other hand,
that's not the most important.
On the other hand, I'm determined to enjoy this, and I can enjoy it only if I sincerely tell you that.
You do provide something and give something. A lot of the people who were influenced by the Sex Pistols were influenced before by you, right? I mean, there's that influence thing that you've had on English music. Yeah, but a lot of what I do is just the most inane, ridiculous. I'm one of the most inane, ridiculous dorks. I'm Alfred E. Newman. I'm a nerd.
A nerd?
Yes. Do you know what a nerd is? Is there a twit?
Yeah.
It's not like a twit, though. The Mad Magazine.
Yeah, the face, I remember.
You know?
Yeah.
And
why do you think people want to come and see that nerd?
Because I work hard and do a real good, I make a really nice piece of art. Sometimes, and sometimes my piece of art isn't so good. And I guess the reason I'm able to do that is because once I started, I never gave up.
Welcome to the Freeform Rock Podcast! What's up, Lee?
Well, that's how the guy who's doing the album sounds when he sings. So I just thought I'd give you a taste.
And now batting for the Dodgers, Manny Mota. Okay. What's up?
Oh.
You know what movie that's from?
No.
The Naked Gun.
Ah. The one I didn't see because my parents said you can't see anything with the word naked in it.
Dude, how old were you in the 80s?
I'm kidding.
That's what I'm going. Shit. You had to be at least 18 when that movie came out.
I'm kidding. But yeah. No, they were like, you can't have any food that says natural on the cover because we don't want any bare boobs in your cereal.
I'll take some boobs in my cereal. I love you, baby, Diane. Only your boobs go in my cereal.
Hey, that sounds like something I would like to say to someone sometime.
Hey, you should write a song. It's boobs in my cereal. There's boobs in my cereal. Does Big O snack crackle pop?
I think now we know why they like to chew on those rings. Yum yum.
Well, you could also do that. They're great. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, let's talk about internet world or podcast world. We have our friends over at the Decibal Geek, Chris Sinzak and Aaron Camaro.
Yep.
They got fucking dissed by that fucking dick Vinnie Vincent, man. And then that fucker goes off on them, saying they started the shit, that Chris is a hater. I've never heard Chris say one shit about Vinnie Vincent being a dick or a jerk, or they just freaking lather his ass, and he fucking comes out with that shit because Blabbermouth picked up their podcast of him being unprofessional. Wow. What do you think about that?
The one thing I will say is I wasn't there. I mean, I will say I'm on their side, and I'm also on the side of Ralph, who did a video about it. But on the other hand, what I want to say is, a lot of times stuff like that happens anyway. So it's like I wasn't there, so I do want to hear if Vinny has his side to the coin, what his take on it is. I'm willing to totally believe what Vince and Aaron and Ralph said, and I am their friends, and I totally believe them. But still, because this is the internet world, I do want to hear what Vinny has to say, if Vinny has his point of view or what went on, just because this is an information world, and I do want to hear his side if he has one.
Well, he did put up his side. Did you see Ralph's post?
I saw Ralph's post, but I didn't see what Vinny said.
Well, he put up screenshots from Vinny's page on Facebook, and Vinny disputed everything Chris said about him. Said that Chris was a hater of Vinnie Vincent. You know, if you listen to the Decibal Geek podcast, those guys are in love with Vinnie Vincent. I don't see why.
Okay,
but that's okay, because I'm not that huge fan.
I'll have to watch. I mean, I'll have to see that because I didn't see that. But if he said that, then that's really, really crazy.
And
you know,
Ralph's
that's
response
totally out there.
Ralph's response to what Vinny said on the comment section, which will get deleted because Vinny said he will delete all haters' comments and ban them from the page. But Ralph's response was fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, Ralph, you kick ass, man. Fucking, they do nothing but lather Vincent's ass.
I'll have to find out because I do want to. I do want to find out.
I've listened to every episode of the Decibal Geek. The only thing that I saw that might have got pissed off was Ian playing Vinnie Vincent. But they said that was a joke, and they love Vinnie Vincent, and they want him to come on the show, which he eventually did. But fuck, that guy's a greedy son of a bitch, man. Fuck him. Fuck, Decibal Geek don't need his shit. They fucking had Michael Wagner on there, man. Fucking, and John Corabi. Fuck, just those two guests alone freaking outshine fucking Vincenzo. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm getting pissed off because that's one of my favorite podcasts. Them and the Rock and Combat Metal podcast are my 1 and 2 podcasts, with the Combat being first, Decibal Geek second. Fuck, those guys are those 2 podcasts made me wanted to do podcasting because they fucking rule. I'm trying to rule, but fuck, we're trying to be rule here. We're getting our little bit of the podcast pie, but not much.
The other podcast that influenced me, that made me want to do podcasts, is my podcast.
Look, you inspired yourself. That's classically.
Yeah. I heard my own podcast, and I said, shit, I should do a podcast. And I went, wake up, dummy, you're drunk.
But I'm just saying, that's fucked up. Dude, that guy is all... Fucking watch him. I love Eddie Trunk, but watch fucking him go on Eddie Trunk's podcast now and fucking slam them. Yeah. And, you know, I'm just... Fuck him. He's a fucking liar. Those dudes are fucking great, man. Chris is so freaking awesome, and so is Aaron. They freaking give me advice sometimes here and there. A long time ago, freaking told me that they don't pay for the music they play, and freaking yeah, they do pay for the music they play. Well, I'm not going to say that out loud, but they help me. You know, they helped me freaking get this podcast going, and I asked questions, and Chris always was gracious and answered me. He's fucking great. Vinny fucking fucked them over, and fuck him Fucking with a fucking hot poker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the hot poker that I'm going to use on my butt because I need that for later tonight, but any other hot poker is good.
Oh, wow, you went there. Well...
No. Actually, I won't go there. I'm going to plug up my butthole before anyone can do anything.
Oh, wow.
I went somewhere else. I'll be quiet.
We need to get you a girlfriend, Lee, with a shirt tucked in.
Yes.
So anybody out there, if you
Yeah.
hear Lee on this podcast and you're a hot girl or a nice looking girl who tucks in their shirts, contact Lee Gerstmann on Facebook and on this Freeform Rock podcast pages, and on the Lee Gerstmann Show page, or on Lee's Garage. What is Garage? What is it?
Lee Gerstmann's Garage and other fetishes or something like that.
Or contact him at Lee Gerstmann on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
Just don't use the fake profile that somebody took from him.
Yeah. I have the Michael Nesmith picture. That's the real me.
That's the real Lee. If you see the real Lee, that's not Lee. The real Lee is Michael Nesmith.
That's weird. I hate that fucking guy.
All right, well, today we're going to do one of your albums that you picked that I've never heard in my entire lifetime. And I'm sad that I never heard it because spoiler alert, I'm not going to say spoiler alert. All right, we're doing the Stooges from 1969, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I got Wikipedia up. It says the Stooges is a debut studio album by American rock band The Stooges. It's released August 5th, 1969. Oh, that's my mom's birthday. Not 1969, but August 5th. By Elektra Records. 2 songs, I Want to Be Your Dog, in 1969 were released as singles, and the album peaked at number 106 on the Billboard album chart. 1969 was featured on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest guitar songs at 35. It is considered a landmark proto-punk album.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. It was produced by John Cale, reassembling ex-Velvet Underground bandmate Lou Reed's classic mix of that band's enormous third album of the same year was rejected by Elektra. The mix, as heard on the final product, was done by Iggy Pop and Elektra Records president Jock Holzman. 4 of Cale's original mixes would later appear on a bonus disc of a 2005 reissued version, with pitch correction applied to them. 5 years later, all 8 of Cale mixes were released unaltered on the first disc of the 2010 collector's edition of the album. So Lee, why did you pick this record?
I picked it because I used to have it on. I don't think I had it on album. I think I had it on. I forget where I first had it, but I had it somewhere, and then later I had it on CD. But I totally forget how I first had it. However I had it. I don't think it was album. I don't think I had it on an album, but it might have been a cassette when I first had it. I totally forget, but then later I had it on CD. But however I had it, I thought it was cool. I liked the songs, and I thought this was a good album. And then when I got it again on CD, I was like, damn, this is a pretty damn good album. And I liked how it was on CD, and especially when I'm drinking. So I thought that's a good sign for doing a review.
Well, one of these songs I think you had to be really wasted to listen to, but we'll get to that one later.
I do have an interesting, quote, a thing to say about that song we probably both know what song it is, but let's wait.
All right, well, let's get into the first track on this album, The Stooges by The Stooges, 1969. What'd you think of this song?
All right, well, it's interesting that they have a song about the year this came out, but it's cool. The words don't really mean much, but that's what I like about it. The guitar tone is great. When I'm in the right mood, this song is the best. It's pretty damn good.
I said it's a cool song. It has a great groove, and I love Iggy's voice and the guitar tone. Fucking awesome, Lee.
Yep.
I like this song. I do like Iggy Pop solo, but I've never really heard the Stooges. This is freaking cool. Thank you for opening my mind.
Oh,
on this.
Definitely. I personally, I'm not against Iggy's solo, but to me, Iggy's solo and Iggy and the Stooges are like almost like two totally different kinds of people. They have two totally different sounds to me.
Shit, I love Lust for Life.
Oh, okay. I've never heard it. I should.
And I also like Candy, 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 I Still Love You So.
I'm not going to say how I feel about that one, but I will try Lust for Life.
All right. Let's get into the next track, which you picked as one of your first three off this album. So here is I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges on the Freeform Rock Podcast. That was I Want to Be Your Dog. Why'd you like this song, Lee?
Oh, this is awesome. It's like one of my songs. Before Bugs on Cheese, there was I Want to Be Your Dog. A great, intense, but simple, powerful song. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, I said this song sounds familiar. I might have heard it before. I like it. It's so raw. Freaking, I just love the groove on this song. I love the way Iggy's voice sounds. This is a really good introduction to the Stooges. Thank you, Lee. I like this track.
Oh, yeah. Joan Jett did a version of it, too.
Oh, cool. I probably don't want to hear that, then. I'm joking. I like Joan Jett, but she gets boring after a while.
It's actually really good.
Oh,
but anyway.
Cool. I like her Dirty Deeds. That's pretty good.
Oh, right on.
And then we get into track 3. The long minute epic on this song. We Will Fall. What do you think of this one, Lee? This is a song I was referring to in the beginning of the show. Well, that's what Lee thinks about that song.
This is the we need to fill in 10 minutes with nothing song. If you have trouble going to sleep, this song will get you there.
Oh, wow.
It's both weird and boring, which is unique.
Dang, we agree on this track. I said I like art music, but this is fucking boring.
This is like even fart music would be better than that.
This is like were they on some good acid? Because I don't think people on acid would even like this song.
They would probably have orange juice as acid because they can't even understand what good acid music is. It's like if the drummer did one boom on the drum, that would be something. Instead of we will fall, it's we have not yet gotten up.
Well, this song sucks, and I don't know why they frickin' did. How was it 10 minutes? It's the same lyrics over and over and
what
over.
I heard was when they did this album, they only had like 3 or 4 songs that were on their list, and they did those songs for like 10 or 12 minutes. And then after they did those songs, the producer of the album said they had to write a couple more songs to fill it up. Unfortunately, this was not one of the filler tunes. This is one of the tunes they already had before they filled up the album with the other stuff. So imagine them in concert playing this for 20 minutes.
Did they ever play this?
This was apparently one of their songs that they played in concert. I was not around then. I wouldn't have remembered this song if I had heard it. But, yeah, the group Sky Cries Mary did a version of it.
Damn.
And even though I'm not going to say run out and listen to their version, I will say they make it sound slightly more like it's a real song than this, which is like if your grandma had impacted farts from 40 years and she just went you might find that to be a little bit more interesting.
Wow, I was just going, this is a 10-minute epic on the song, and it's not even fucking epic. It's fucking boring. I say, is this song going to end?
Fucking. It's a 10-minute fucking.
It's like, I'm going to fuck with your mind and give you a song that sucks for
like
10
the
minutes.
opposite of epic. It's a poopic.
Well, let's get off this fucking terrible song, and let's get into side B on this album. No Fun. What'd you think of this one?
I think that they decided that they needed to tell people what the other song was actually called, but they decided to name it for this song, which is actually not a No Fun song. It's actually okay. This sounds like a Lou Reed song. It has that New York punk rock street vibe. It's kind of cool. It has a Rolling Stones edge to it. It would have worked on Sticky Fingers.
Thanks. So, what I said about this song, back to some rock, and this track, this tune is cool. That's all I said about it.
Right on.
And then we get into the next song, which is the next song you picked off this record, Real Cool Time. So here's Real Cool Time on the Freeform Rock Podcast.
Can I come over tonight? Can I come over tonight? What do you think I wanna do? That's right. Can I come over tonight? I said we will have a real cool time tonight. I said we will have a real cool time tonight. I said we will have a real cool time. I said we will have a real cool time tonight. I said we will have a real cool time tonight. I said we will have a real cool time. We will have a real cool time. A real cool time tonight.
That was Real Cool Time. Why'd you pick this track?
Oh, it blows away Cheap Trick's Heaven Tonight album.
What?
Or it could have been on it. This has great intense energy, and I really like this song.
I like Heaven Tonight way better than this entire album, but this album is good.
All right. Well, I'm only talking about the song. This song would have worked on that album.
Okay, and then I said, like this one too. Band is really tight, cool track. I love the guitar in this track, really good.
Cool. So you agree it's better than Heaven Tonight?
No, I don't agree it's better than Heaven.
Shit, I'm trying to put words in your mouth.
Even Robert Lawson, he asked me, he really said he didn't like Heaven Tonight. And I go, yes, he didn't like Heaven Tonight. He goes, oh my God. I go, exactly, that song's epic. He goes, fuck yeah. He didn't go, fuck yeah, but he goes, yeah, it is. So he even commented on you not liking Heaven Tonight from that review.
Oh, you mean he agreed with me, or he didn't?
Oh, he disagreed with you wholeheartedly.
You mean he liked this song better, Real Cool Time by the Stooges, right?
No, he liked Heaven Tonight.
Fuck! Damn it! I'm trying to... Never mind. This is all good. We always agree, so I apologize.
All right. And then we get to Anne. What do you think of this one?
This is kind of weird and sounds kind of like Country Joe and the Fish. I don't care for it. Filler.
I said, nah, I don't like it, but the end was rocking. That's all I said about it.
In other words, at least you were able to push the old woman off the bed at the end. I gave up before she went off.
Yeah, it started picking up at the end, and then it ended, and I go, fuck, it was just getting good. All right, then let's get to track 7. Not Right. What do you think of this one?
I wish I could say I like this song better, but it's kind of filler for me, but it's better than some of the Grateful Dead.
I hate the Grateful Dead.
That's why I mentioned it.
Alright, then we're going to get to... Oh wait, what did I think about this song? I said, cool song, like it. That's about it. It's probably filler, that's why I wrote it. It really didn't grab me.
Yeah, you like it better than the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, I did like it better than the Grateful Dead. And then we get to the last track on the album, Little Doll, which you picked as your third track off the album. So here's Little Doll by the Stooges on the Freeform Rock Podcast.
Little doll I can't forget, smoking on a cigarette. In my life a real queen, prettiest thing I ever seen. You're the one who makes me sing, bring happiness in everything. You're the only real one, a real way to have some fun. But I don't know your little doll, but I don't know your little doll. Come on, shake. Come on, shake. Come on, shake. Your little doll. Shake. Your little doll. Come on, shake. Come on, shake. Come on, shake. Little doll.
That was Little Doll. Why did you pick this track, Lee?
Well, I want to give a shout out to two really cool girlfriends of mine. My mannequins, Deborah and Bonnie. You rule. You're great. Anyway, this is a cool last song on the album. I like it. It makes me want to look for a doll. I'm sorry, girls, but you know my cravings. But I'll be dancing with the mannequin. It's an alright song. Woo! Little doll, little doll, ah, 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 little doll, ah, 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 ah.
Wah, 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 wah. I said, cool way to end the album. I love the drum sound on this one. It kicks ass. Great song to end the record.
Yeah.
And overall, yeah. I think I didn't like 3 tracks off the album, but overall, out of 8 tracks, 5 are really good. And I think 5 was the original track listing, except for that one artsy fartsy song that fucking sucked. So
yeah.
Actually 4 of the original tracks are awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
So it was a good album. So what was your track of the week?
Oh, it was by a group called A Euphonious Wail. It's an album that people buy because they're into collectible rare albums, even though I found mine for free because record store threw it out, but the song is called Pony, and when people hear the album, they hear that song and they think, that's a good album. Then they hear the rest of the album and they go, it's not a good album, but this song's good.
Well, at least it wasn't Cheap Trick Ride My Pony from Woke Up With a Monster.
I actually like that, but...
Oh, yeah, you did like that song.
Yeah. Oh, Robert Lawson didn't. He liked Heaven Tonight.
Well, he has a book and you don't.
Ah, fuck. Well, I have a book, but my book is I peed on the corner and I missed. Never mind.
All right, well, my track of the week is White by The Cult off my favorite Cult album called Ceremony, which is one of their worst, which was one of the albums that didn't sell well, and I think it's one of their best works. Fucking love that album. I can listen to that album every day. More Than Electric.
Listen to it. I should listen to it.
More Than Electric. It's more hippy dippy shit, but it's fucking rockin' hippy dippy shit.
Oh, well then me and you and Robert Lawson would all dig it. I gotta get Robert Lawson on here so that I can tell him. No, I tell him how wonderful he is.
We gotta get his book and read it so we can talk to him.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be talking about just one thing. I'm gonna be. Oh wait, before we talk about anything else, let's talk about Heaven Tonight. Whoop, Skype. And that's just loud stuff. Okay, Mark, let's me and you talk. Let's forget about that Lee. He accidentally lost contact.
You don't kidding. Like Heaven Tonight, the song, the album you like, but the song you didn't like.
Yeah.
So I like Whites from the album Ceremony. Check it out if you guys haven't checked it out. And next week we're going to do something different. We're not going to do album review. We're going to do 10 bands that should have got bigger. Lee's going to have 5, and I'm going to have 5. So you need to do your homework on your 5. I already got my homework done on my 5. And
I have to whittle it down from my 10,000 to just 5.
Well, it's an easy 5, but I could have done a lot more. So this could be an ongoing series where we do 10 bands that should have been bigger. This will be the first
all
list.
The other bands because you only know 5 that are obscure, and I know 200,000.
Well, I'm not going to do obscure bands. I'm going to do bands.
You're going to do bands that are really well known, but they should have been even more well known. Yeah.
Yes, they had a #1 song, but then dropped after that. Yeah. You're going to do bands like freaking I never even heard of.
Like. I'm going to do bands that even I haven't heard of until I just found out about this episode, and then I found them out. No, I'm. So if you're talking about bands that should have been even more well known, then hey, I'll say the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, because even though they're well known, they should have been even more well known. Yay! You know? No, I'll pick some a little bit less.
Yeah, you pick a band.
I'll pick Van Halen and Led Zeppelin. They're a little bit less well known. Yeah.
We'll pick a band. We'll pick a band. We talk about the band, and then we'll play the song that everybody should hear from that band.
Oh, definitely. I'll pick 5.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have 5 songs, 1 by each band.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a music intensive show, and we're gonna talk about each band, hopefully intensely.
Yeah. Maybe. Will one of my bands count, or should I not put my band in? No. I'll just give you maybe a song from one of my bands, and just so that you can listen to it. But I won't. I won't make the people suffer.
All right, Lee. Until next week, what is the song we're playing? I can't say it.
It's a Euphonious Wail, and the song is Pony.
And then we're going to play The Cult White from the album Ceremony. And you guys have a great next week, and I hope you guys listen. Check us out on iTunes and Podbean or wherever you get your podcast at, because we do this for free, and we'd like you guys to check it out. Take it easy, man.
Take care.
All right, later, Lee.
Satisfied. frost deep in my bones, and then the mama said, why? It's shining, shining bright, white, shining, shining brightly. The honey sits on a pure white stallion, a hawk in flight, the bow in his hand. A deer approaches the edge of the forest. The arrow flies, blood on the snow. The moon said, whoa, you're white, shining, shining brightly. White, shining, shining bright. Blood on the snow, said mama, said whoa, shining, shining bright. White, shining. Snow is crystal, love is pure. Look out, see a hawk fly. The first waits me, the killer waits me. I'll be back, watch the sun turn to gold. Earth in the morning said white, a show crystal clear, yeah, virgin white. Wilderness, lost to us. Wilderness, we reach out. Wilderness, we must embrace it once more. Snow is beautiful.
Now let's get into the promos.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
I wanna rock.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
You gotta fight for your right.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
We've got Bush.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
That's right, bangers. Cold beer, hot women, loud music, and copious amounts of hairspray and spandex. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Big Bushy Power Hour is the biggest party on that metalstation.com.
Earpillar, the podcasting and interview news site. To keep up with your favorite bands or artists and the podcasts or interviews where they appear, go to earpillar.com to find out what we're all about.
You haven't listened to Mars Attacks podcast? What are you waiting for, man? Host Victor Emrose brings you all types of hard rock and metal-based podcasts. You'll find everything from music-based episodes, interviews, to series such as Ultra Sexy Classic Album Series, where some of your favorite musicians, producers, journalists, and show hosts comments on the albums that push the evolutionary chains of hard rock and metal. Get with it and go to MarsAttacksRadio.com to find out more. Punch it, get blasted!
From New York.
Hey, 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 hey! What up, bangers? From North Carolina,
Skitter Pal Meow Meow.
this is Bushy.
And the Mountain. Tune in every week for your listening pleasure only on The Plug with Bushy and the Mountain Man. You can find us on Podbean and iTunes.
Thank you very much.
Rock and rollers, if you want a podcast that kicks a lot of ass, make sure you check out the Terrence Reardon and Friends audiovisual podcast on YouTube. Every week, yours truly looks at a different classic rock or metal album that had a major impact on my life and also in the history of rock and roll in general. And I'm usually joined by a friend or two, and I cover everything from AC/DC and the Eagles to Pink Floyd, to Rush, to The Who, and everything in between. But there is no country music, no Tim McGraw, no Garth fucking Brooks, no rap, no Wu-Tang Clan, no fucking Jay-Z on the show, because that shit is frowned upon with this rock and roller. So if you want a kick-ass rock and roll podcast, check out the Terrence Reardon and Friends audiovisual podcast. New episodes up every Tuesday, exclusively on YouTube.
Hey, this is Lee Gerstmann, and if you like to hear some stuff that's like, you don't know what it's gonna be, and even if it's stuff that I don't even know what it's gonna be, check me out on what I call the Lee Gerstmann Show, and it's just me doing reviews or me doing horsing around or whatever I'm doing. Check it out, please.
You have just listened to the Freeform Rock Podcast. All music played on the Freeform Rock Podcast belongs to its owner. If you like it, go out and buy it. Get your music on Amazon, iTunes, or at your local record store. Support what you love. Support the artist by seeing them live. Purchase their music. The Freeform Rock Podcast is not affiliated with any of the artists or music that we play. Thank you for listening to the Freeform Rock Podcast. We'll see you on the next episode. Until next time, stay free and rock on.